You guys, it is Mary
and Amma,
and we invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below because we are reviewing one of your favorite shows, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yes, so we're just going to get right into it. Kenya is having a birthday party for her darling baby Brooklyn, who is turning 3, I believe.
Yes.
And she's spending around $10,000-$15,000. I would never, because that child ain't gonna remember that birthday. I mean, maybe through pictures, but I just thought it was really expensive. And then also the way it went down, it just kind of cheapened the event.
It was very beautiful, though. The decorations were beautiful.
Yeah, I thought it was really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, she was basically talking about how, the father really is not in Brooklyn's life or whatever. He only agrees to see her when as long as he can see her in Atlanta. He doesn't want her coming to him or anything like that.
Wow.
And she doesn't think he's going to pay for the party, so she decides to just stick around $10,000. But he has really just been not trying to sign the papers or whatever the case may be.
But he pays child support but not the spousal support.
Yeah. So, we wish Kenya well. She does seem like she's in a much better place, because when she was with him, she seemed really bitter, really angry.
And a little insecure, too.
Really insecure. Yeah. She really seemed really demure.
Yeah. Like walking on eggshells, Kenya. So that was
very
odd.
much so. So I was very shocked to see that. But I am happy to see that she seems she seems nicer. She seems like she's kind of getting back to herself and everything and trying to heal. So I am happy about that.
So they had some games that they played.
Yeah, so she had the babies come in. Everybody was an hour late, as usual. That's how people are. But they had some games that are playing and everything.
One was tea time for the children.
Yes.
The kids got to have tea, actual tea, and then
Marlo came, Cherie came, and everything, and then
we
also
have to attend to the cat.
But yeah, so they ended up having like shady tea or whatever, which I thought was inappropriate for a child's game.
I know.
Like, you guys are at a child's birthday party.
I know.
Can we be mature?
Even though you have an adult's table, still.
Like, there's kids around.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was ridiculous. Anyway, somebody brought about Candy sucking penis in a parking lot or in a locker room.
Someone put that on a Post-it.
Yeah, you're supposed to bring up tea that you have on somebody. You're supposed to write it in there.
Put in this
but it's
jar.
supposed to be fun tea.
And so she picked this up, and on it says, Candy sucking, you-know-what, in a locker room. And so she's like, well, who said this? And
I have never in my life
done that. So, I mean, that was odd. And then no one claimed that they wrote that. And then they moved on, and it was, what was the next one? There was, Drew talked about Cherie not paying.
Cherie doesn't pay her
workers, right?
Which I thought, Drew, why bring that up there?
Yeah, and the thing is, Drew, instead of telling Candy about that, you should have gone straight to Cherie. Now, you said that, I tried to talk to Cherie
at the party,
but
Cherie said you know my number,
because
though.
Yes, you have her phone number. You can go to her home, and you can just keep your mouth closed. Not spread the news from Candy to whoever.
They spread the news. Candy spread it.
You didn't have to tell Candy. You could have just waited until you saw Cherie and just told her. You should have checked the assistant and said, don't bring stuff to me I don't want to know. And you are fired. Like, seriously, I don't do stuff like that. Don't come to me, tell me, and let this be a lesson to you moving forward. Not to talk about other people.
Keep it professional.
Keep it professional.
This is the job. You are not my friend.
You could have told him.
Yeah.
But then now, come to find out that he has been going around telling people that your husband is gay, or on the down low.
Well, I thought about that when I first saw him.
So, but we don't know. We're not professionals. We don't know. We don't read however. But the thing is, this man going around talking about your husband. You see how that works? While you're engaged in gossip with him about somebody else, because this is what he does, he will soon be engaged in gossip about you.
Well, some lady on the end brought it up, and then she just went for that lady's neck
and said, "Look,
don't you talk about my husband like that? That ain't none of your business."
And then she's like, "Cherie knew about the stuff about your husband.
So she should have told
all
me.
This time. Then you want to get upset. But Cherie, you should have told me and this and that.
And then Marlo said the difference is she didn't go around telling people about it.
Well, that's not true because she told the lady Who told you? So Marlo, be quiet. I mean, like, you guys are so disingenuous. It's just too much, man.
Yes.
It's too much. So,
but yeah, Sherry was telling her to shut up at the table and everything and stuff. And then some white lady gets up saying that this is a kid's birthday party. Girl, if you felt that way, you should have said it when they were talking about penis and suck yourself in the parking lot. I mean, girl, you were too late. Like, she was so extra. She was like, I want Douce and Bassa Voulez-Vous, like some liquor. Like, she wanted to be a Kim Zolciak or something on the show.
Yeah.
Because even Kenya was like shielding her in front of her, talking to her about it. It was like, don't take it personally. I'm so sorry. She said, no, but my kids are here. My kids are here, though.
So she was escorted out. Honey, you're not going to be a Kim Zolciak. You're not, okay? You don't have what it takes. Please go away.
Peace.
Exchange.
Be gone.
Yeah, I know. Poof.
Be gone. So I just...
Okay.
But yeah, I just thought that was honestly a mess. I'm like, girl.
Please go away.
I was like, girl, bye.
And then Marlo says, don't invite white people
here that don't get it. And she's like, go away, lady.
And then she turns to the
other white lady that's there for kids
sitting next to her. She said,
you good though.
You good though. And it's so funny because she seemed to be just fine in the mix of things. And her cute daughter was there just like smiling. I was like, oh.
I was like, that is just funny. Don't sit and invite your white friends to know. I was like, girl, you ain't gotta be like that. But that girl wanted 15 minutes. The way she was trying to get the camera to look at her with her cowboy boots and her rinky dink outfit. I was like, girl, bye. But yeah.
Checking for you. Please go away.
Yeah, I just thought the whole thing was quite honestly a mess. And then they were talking about how Candy, she's in her thing. Well, we have to talk about Candy and Todd. But remember that she's in some place talking about thoughts of a colored man, which ain't nobody really checking for those thoughts. But
thoughts of a colored man. But what happened, the husband was saying to her, Candy said the reason why she even did that show, because in the beginning they were doing everything together. Remember we spoke about that last time.
Yeah, but apparently he was the production and she was the talent. She now wants to be on the production side, but he didn't want her to be on the production side, so he tried to kick her out or whatever. So she decided to go and do this thing on her own.
No. She said that, well, that could be it too, but she said that anytime they do something together, because they've always been good, because I talked about that. I said they were always doing things together.
Yeah.
How come now she's doing her own thing? But she said that, and he also said, well, a lot of times people don't see me. Anytime we do something together, people praise you. They think it's all you doing it. So Candy said she felt like her husband felt some kind of way. Like, maybe a little jelly, or just like, they don't recognize him, even though he's behind the scenes. So he wanted to he did something, he was working with some women, and they did something, and they did it on their own. And not with her. And so she said, well, she saw that you did this without her. So she decided that she will do this one, the thoughts of a colored man, on her own. Candy, what you should have just done, you see, communication. Maybe if you had asked him, why are you doing this on your own? And then he tells you, oh, it's because of you are getting all this credit. Then maybe both of you can come to something where you can, when they're praising you, maybe you can turn and say something good about him, that all the stuff I'm doing, he is the man behind me, or whatever.
My thing is, Todd, Candy was somebody before you. Point blank, period.
But wasn't she a singer?
And she had won Grammys. She wrote that song, Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls.
Okay.
She wrote a lot of different songs for Destiny's Child. She is a huge, songwriter. She is actually a successful woman.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I would never do business with my lover. I just don't do it. Because the thing is, if you are somebody who has more money, he was the cameraman behind The Real Housewives. That's how she met him.
Really?
That's who he was. He was the cameraman behind the Real Housewives show when she first started. That's how they even met.
Wow.
So that's my thing. I just feel like you don't go and you be with somebody who is not in your same league, and it's like you're helping him along the way by you guys doing different stuff. Because the thing is, you guys are in different leagues. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are somebody who has yourself together. You are recognizing these different things. He was a cameraman. We don't really know what Todd does. So my thing is, men become a little resentful when it seems like you are helping them along the way to be successful. And that's why he was even saying that, you know, I feel like they don't recognize me. So now, like, all of a sudden you want, you know, you want your flowers and stuff like that for things that you feel like you've done. That's why I just say, you know, in relationships, you should keep business and don't mix business with pleasure. But that's how they did it, and it's been working for them all this time. But obviously, it only worked to a certain degree because now he's having these feelings. So I really... And now he's complaining about how you're doing stuff without him, but you were complaining about how, I was, about how you, now are doing stuff by yourself. So I just felt like it just seemed really odd. But it seemed like they had a good relationship. I just feel like they need to maybe separate the business and the pleasure now. I think maybe that's what they should do.
In the preview, he seems as though he's throwing shade at her to say that sometimes people who don't get attention, who are used to attention, and they don't get attention, they don't know how to act. And she was just
but you know, like also Todd is also short, so he has that short man syndrome.
And he was doing that all in public.
On the bus.
On the bus with everybody around. I was just like,
tasteless.
So I don't know. I mean,
I don't really know about that. I don't know how that's gonna work.
I think communication, really. I think that's the biggest thing with them.
I feel like they can work, but it's just communication.
Don't let so much time pass without you guys really communicate about these problems, because these small things can become a big thing.
And then also his name is not on the house, so I'm sure he's also feeling like, you know, I'm living under her home and this, that, and the third. I don't
know why he's your husband.
Well, the thing is, she actually got that house, I think, before they even got married. Like, they were dating, but she had that home. Or for something. I don't know how that... I can't remember. I know I've watched all the seasons, but I just can't remember how that whole house came to be. But I just felt like y'all probably should have just got something together. That way he feels more so included. Or whatever. It's still never... It's too late to do that. You can always rent that out, boo. But yeah, so towards the end of the tea party or whatever, stuff like that, they were like, she was like, so are you guys going to be coming to my play or whatever, stuff like that? And then Drew said, oh, we going to be just fine. We going to have a good time. So she starts like approaching her and doing all this in her face and all this stuff.
That was Sheree.
That was Drew.
So who said, are you going to come to my play?
Candy said that. And then she was like, because she was asking them, like, are we going to have any problems or whatever the stuff may be. But Kenya was trying to get involved, was like, you know, we're not going to continue to have this conversation or whatever, stuff like that, because it seemed like Drew and Sheree were still trying to go back and forth about the assistant and this, that, and the third, and about how you didn't tell me. Well, she's like, well, you didn't tell me. Then Marla was like, well, she kept it a secret, but really didn't keep it a secret. And then she got all up in Sheree's face that we gonna have a good time. My thing is, Drew, you should have just sat your ass down. While you're here approaching her, getting in her face, and then when she does it, you're like, she's like, but I was talking with my hands. You were in my face, heifer. Like, don't do that. Stay 6 feet away from me when you are here trying to do all this. Like, she was like here. Like, she was pretty close. Like, I would have, I mean, girl.
Just turn away.
Sheree. And my thing is, like, Drew, it had already died down. You didn't have to bring it back up. And then she's like, oh, you real mad. You big mad. You just put your hand in my face. Like, who the hell are you?
I didn't think it was that close to her, but Sheree...
Mom, she, like, actually approached her, was walking up towards her, which I felt like she didn't have to do that. You should just...
something, until you actually hit me, I don't have anything to say to you. Like, until you actually go there. You cannot
just wait for somebody to hit you. That's what happened to that guy who went like this and got knocked out.
No, you're not.
You have to have your stance.
You're not putting your hands behind your back or anything like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, I mean, women, it's a lot of talk. But, you know, until you actually make that contact, we'll just keep it moving. And even if I don't get you right now, I will get you later. I mean, even if it's a year later, you will be up for whatever it is that you gave me times 3. But, you know, so you don't, it's not everything you have to respond to. She's coming to you, towards your face. You can't turn away and talk to somebody else and just ignore her. I don't understand this whole confrontation stuff and fighting and just stuff. It's like everybody's flaunting, everybody's doing their
Everybody's fluffing their chest.
Yeah. It's like peacocks, everybody gotta show their look at me here, look at these colors here, look at I still can't get over with the copy. What is this? Look.
I'm like, girl, bye. But yes, y'all, that was Real Housewives of Atlanta.
It is too much.
I could not be in that environment
Day
where
in
there's
and day out. I don't know how much they
having
record.
to, like,
You'll be like on like pins and needles.
like always having to like almost have to
Defend
be in a
yourself.
fight, and
Because
then
you don't know. People can just start saying stuff about you. Look at Marlo starts talking about Kenya. Oh, she borrowed a car from Lisa Ray. Like just making up stuff.
Royce. Like who gives a shit?
So even if you are not going for no one, people are coming for you. You don't even know where are they coming from. Like
and
what did I do?
Nobody can prove that. You know why? Because it's he said, she said. So I just felt like it was just unnecessary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just thought it was just bizarre.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But yes, y'all, that was Love and Marriage Huntsville.
It reminds us
yes,
so often too, right?
Yes.
Oh boy.
But that was Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey.
Yes.
We did it for you, Tanika. Because you have been our ride and live since day one. Tanika Bryan. But yes, so thank y'all for watching.
Yes.
We invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below.
And let us know, what do you think of
the
when
cattiness.
these women are out there just fighting, wanting to fight and fluffing it up and all this stuff? What do you think of all that?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Bye.
Bye.